and gentlemen, by this time tomorrow, India will get its new Vice President. At 10 a.m., Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be the first Member of Parliament to cast his vote, kick-starting the process that will conclude at 5 p.m. tomorrow. The outcome is almost decided. On paper, the NDA candidate, C.P. Radhakrishnan, has the support of at least 438 Members of Parliament, including 11 from the YSRCP, which is Jagan Reddy's party. Opposition bloc's candidate B. Sudarshan Reddy is far behind, with 321 MPs declaring support for him so far. There are some like the BRS and the BJT that have decided to abstain, and others who are non-committal. Be that as it may, the NDA seems to have a comfortable lead, and yet the ruling alliance is leaving no stones unturned to ensure a decisive win for their vice presidential candidate. The BJP-led alliance held a two-day workshop for all members of parliament ahead of voting tomorrow. A gathering where the Prime Minister was seen yesterday sitting in the last row and going through the demo of what exactly needs to be done step by step in the voting process. Today, while attending the same workshop with the NDA members of Parliament, Prime Minister told the legislators to be careful while voting, because even though one or two votes being declared invalid will not make much of a difference, it sends a wrong message that MPs have no idea of the process and the procedure, which is why this entire workshop was extremely important. That was, of course, for the BJP. Now, look at the opposition. The opposition always knew it is fighting a lost battle, the numbers in favor of the NDA, and yet they decided to field their own candidate. Fair enough. In a democracy, an election is their right. Clearly, they wanted to prove a point by contesting for the post. Today, they too met to strategize for the numbers game that lies ahead. But conspicuous by his absence from a meeting attended by all the key decision makers was the leader of opposition, Mr. Rahul Gandhi. So where is the man who's always keen to helm campaigns against the BJP? The BJP today shared pictures of him vacationing in Malaysia. The BJP accused him of not taking his job seriously every time he was needed.
राहुल गांधी जहां है, उनकी छुट्टी उनको मुबारक। मैं क्या बोलूं उसको? जब कोई कैजुअल पॉलिटिशियन होता है, ये तो होना ही था। हाँ, अब बहुत काम कर लिया, लेट मी हैव ए ब्रेक। Mr. Rahul Gandhi, let me gently remind you, in public life there is no break.
Now, is there anything wrong if Rahul Gandhi takes a well-deserved breather after a grueling 16-day Bihar Yatra? Well, not if one considers it as acceptable to be away ahead of a crucial political face-off, or when Punjab is battling worst floods in 5 decades, or when Himachal, ruled by the Congress party itself, is being devastated by deadly landslides. The contrast looks starker when one compares it with the Prime Minister's own itinerary and his own schedules. The Prime Minister, who took stock of Punjab right after landing from China on the 1st of September, is again set to review the flood situation in the state tomorrow, along with Himachal Pradesh, right after voting for C.P. Radhakrishnan. SNN.
हिमाचल प्रदेश जहां कांग्रेस की सरकार है, वो भी बाढ़ की चपेट में है। पंजाब जहां कांग्रेस मुख्य विपक्षी दल है, वो भी बाढ़ की चपेट में है। जब जब देश पे कोई मुसीबत आती है, जब जब देश में कहीं किसी व्यक्ति की जरूरत होती है, उस वक्त राहुल गांधी देश से बाहर चले जाते हैं, विदेश में होते हैं। क्या इस तरीके से देश के लोगों की मदद करेंगे? और फिर जब वोट मांगने की बारी आएगी तो सबसे पहले वहां पे पहुंच जाएंगे, फिर वहां पर यात्रा करने लगेंगे।
Now, there are some leaders in the Congress party who care, or at least pretend to, for the flood hit. Congress MP from Bihar's Katihar, Tariq Anwar, was on the ground for a status check in his own constituency. Well, almost, because look at your screens. The veteran Congress leader decided to piggyback on one of the locals bearing the brunt of the floods in his constituency and conducting an inspection from his back and literally climbing on his shoulders, even as the locals waded through mud and slush. And yet, a party that remained silent on this entitled, insensitive behavior chose to mock the Prime Minister for planning a visit to Punjab.
Where Prime Minister has gone? Prime Minister has gone to Japan, China, and had great time with Putin and Xi. So let us not compare things in a right perspective, and BJP should understand that as Prime Minister, after 10 days of rains, he is not left from his house. Instead, he is ready to spend time with his MPs sitting in the last row and clicking that pictures and posting those kind of things. It is let him behave as Prime Minister. Anytime Prime Minister should have been the first person to reach the place where disaster has hit.
Well, Manikam Tagore, full marks for justifying even that. Okay, so Rahul Gandhi may be missing after his voter Adhikar Yatra, and Tariq Anwar may be on his riding on the voter Yatra. One may expect the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge to set the benchmark for the political conduct of his party men. But that can only happen when he is not busy giving an earful to a hapless farmer who came to complain about his crop being damaged by rains. Came to complain, and look what Mallikarjun Kharge told him.
ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಕರೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದು 4 ಎಕರೆ ನಂದು 40 ಎಕರೆ ನಂದು ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತು ನನಗೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅದೇನು 6 ಆಡದವಳು ಮುಂದೆ 3 ಆಡದವಳು ಮುಂದೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಗೊತ್ತದ ಪಬ್ಲಿಸಿಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಬರಬೇಡ ನನಗೆ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತದ ಹೆಸರು ಹೋಗ್ಯದ ಉದ್ದು ಹೋಗ್ಯದ ತೊಗರಿ ಹೋಗ್ಯದ ನೀನು ಸಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಸಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟಿಷ್ಟು ಏರಿಯಾದಾಗ ಬಿತ್ತು ಗೊತ್ತ ಮೋದಿ ಶಾಕ್ ಹೇಳಿ ತೊಗರಿ
I mean, really? Mallikarjun Kharge said, ask Modi Shah about the destruction of the crop. Don't come here for publicity. I know that crop damage has happened. Really? This is the Congress president? And this is what they want to tell, that they are the ones who have the biggest hearts for the farmers in this country? And this insensitivity takes me back to the example being set by Rahul Gandhi. One can't really help but compare the two models, that of a Kamdar versus a Namdar. Just since September 1st, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has attended at least 8 public meetings, from interacting with foreign dignitaries to visiting factories, from felicitating achievers to motivating NDA MPs. He has been living up to his Sewa tag. On the other hand, the man who his party projects as the future Prime Minister of this country has only added to his long list of absences at crucial points, whether it is before elections or parliament sessions or nationwide agitations. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Motorola legitimate question that we are asking on the Newshour tonight: can the leader of opposition party, Rahul Gandhi, be taken seriously when he is absent at crucial moments of the democratic battle? That's the question, and that's the debate on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at night. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Shehzad Poonawala, national spokesperson of the BJP. Joining me in the studio tonight, Deepak Reddy, national spokesperson of the TDP. Joining me live from Hyderabad, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, scientist. Also joining me this evening, Professor Anwar Pasha, national spokesperson of the RJD, Vivek Srivastav, political analyst. But my first question goes to Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader of the Congress party. And Ashwini Kumar Mishra, I want to ask you, I have no problems with anybody taking holidays any number of times. Of course, professionals like us have a limited number of leaves. We don't get to go abroad, 50 times a year. We just have a limited number of leaves. But I have nothing against people taking vacations, no problem. They must refresh and rejuvenate and come back fresh with new ideas. But really, during the vice presidential elections, when you have actually chosen another candidate to be supported by the entire India bloc, to give the BJP a challenge, अरे भाई लड़ रहे हो तो लड़ो तो ठीक से भाई. वहां पर the BJP is holding 2-day workshops training everybody. That's how seriously they take this election, which they in any case have in their pocket because they have the numbers. But here is the Congress party and the India Alliance, all of them, all the seniors, Sharad Pawar, Sonia Gandhi, sab seniors baithe wahan. They are doing their meetings. Rahul Gandhi is absent. I mean, really, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, and floods in Himachal, Punjab, where in one place you are in government, in one place you are the main party in opposition. No care for those states as well?
Navika ji, good evening to all your viewers, and please do not worry about our vice presidential candidate. We are very much on to it, and the fight is going to be quite tight because not every member of Parliament is happy with the current Modi government. There are few within the BJP itself, within the NDA itself, who will not vote for the NDA candidate. Coming back to Rahul Gandhi, he is on a private holiday. I don't understand. Is he a Prime Minister of India? No. Is he Chief Minister of some state? No. Is it his job to manage the floods? No. His job is to raise the questions for people which are of the national interest. Let's talk about Modi ji first. Modi ji is visiting Punjab and Himachal probably tomorrow, but he is always late. He is always late. He was late probably 10 by 15 days in Punjab and Himachal, with not just these two states, there are other states also where there is a lot of flood situation and literally entire country drowning. He's still late in Manipur. He hasn't gone to Manipur yet. He's not visited it yet. He's late to Pahalgam also, so he's always late. Rahul Gandhi walked miles to protect people's rights. Rahul Gandhi met every community to ensure that their rights are heard and protected. Rahul Gandhi walked miles to unite India. That is his job as a leader of opposition, to raise the important questions which is for the nation's interest, which is for the people's interest. He is not current Prime Minister. Probably he should take that job from on 2029 onward. But right now it is Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi's responsibility to ensure that country runs properly. And I think we should be discussing where Modi ji was or where Modi ji is when we are actually accepting that country is really having a lot of problems. So I don't think this is a topic of debate. And moreover, I want to ask this, Navika ji, why Bharatiya Janata Party's IT cell is revealing these photographs? Are they stalking Rahul Gandhi? Where are they getting these photographs? How are they having access to all these photographs? That's also a question.
In which case you should even ask the Aam Aadmi Party. They have tweeted the same picture. But ladai aapki sirf BJP ke saath hai. So Shehzad Poonawala, please respond. If Rahul Gandhi takes a little bit of a vacation after 16 days of grueling vote chori yatra, why do you have a problem with it?
Navika, first of all, there are 5 modes which have come forward in this country in the last few days. One is Khadgeji arrogance mode. Second is Tariq Anwar VVIP mode. Third is Congress ke Yuvraj vacation mode. Fourth is Aam Aadmi Party as per Congress hiding mode, because Bhagwant Maan hospital में hide कर रहे हैं. ये चन्नी जी का कहना, मेरा कहना नहीं. और एक है प्रधानमंत्री जो work mode पे. प्रधानमंत्री can't go on first day because it will hamper the evacuation process, but the NDRF, the SDRF, which is 90% funded by the state central government, 15,000 crore worth of funds, and the other agencies including HM and the Agriculture Minister were on the ground, and Prime Minister is also visiting these areas and taking the minute-to-minute update. So one is work mode and the other is the vacation mode. And see, we have no problem with Rahul Gandhi taking vacation, ma'am. I remember I was on Times Now. 247 foreign trips between 2015 to 19. मतलब 62 trips in a year. नाविका जी, आपने पूरी जिंदगी में 62 trips नहीं किए होंगे. इनके एक साल में 62 trips है. और पीएम मोदी, ये देखो बेचारे पीएम का 8,719 days, 0 holidays. क्या पीएम है यार, एक भी दिन छुट्टी नहीं लिया. और देखो एलओपी कितने का, मतलब पूरी दुनिया का भ्रमण, 62 trips in a year. बस मजेदार. मतलब वो बोलते ना आग लगी है बस्ती में, अपना भाई मस्ती में. अच्छा, ट्रिप जा जाकर भी वो जाकिर नायक जहां पे वहां पर गए. चलिए जाए, उनकी प्राथमिकता. मलेशिया की जनता, हमारी प्राथमिकता हमारी जनता. वो जाते रहे वेकेशन पर नाविका जी, आई रिमेंबर, क्योंकि आप तो 26/11 में कितना कवरेज की थी. 26/11 के बाद भी भैया हमारे पार्टी करने गए थे. फिर उसके बाद याद होगा कि मनमोहन सिंह जी का देहांत हुआ, उस समय पर भी पार्टी करने वियतनाम निकल गए. फिर उसके बाद पार्लियामेंट का सेशन, बजट का सेशन, उस समय पर भी सो कॉल्ड तपस्या करने वो बैंकॉक वगैरह चले गए. तो हमारे भाई साहब ने एलओपी का मतलब बना दिया लीडर ऑफ पार्टी एंड पर्यटन. ये नया मीनिंग हो चुका है एलओपी का. माई ओनली प्रॉब्लम इज नाउ टू फोल्ड. वन इज दैट even when they are in the country, look at how they are treating the people. खड़गे जी has said to the farmer कि PR करने मत आओ. भाई ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एज पर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, एम्पैथी कहां है आपका? ना जनता के लिए एम्पैथी. और अब नारिका में एक बड़ा डिस्क्लोजर करूंगा, पर इट इज नॉट रिलेटेड टू यू, इट इज रिलेटेड टू व्हाट इज हैपनिंग एट नवभारत एट 9 PM. नवभारत के 9 PM एंकर है सुशांत सिन्हा. उन्होंने एक बड़ा पॉडकास्ट किया है और उस पॉडकास्ट में राहुल की लैक ऑफ एम्पैथी का एक और प्रमाण सामने आया है. बिकॉज द गेस्ट ऑन show has said that how in front of his father was chief minister for 7 times, Rahul Gandhi shouted at Sonia Gandhi. अब अपनी मां का जो अपमान करता है वो भारत मां का भी अपमान करेगा, वो मोदी जी के भी मां का अपमान करेगा, और जनता को तो क्या समझेगा, धूल बराबर समझेगा. मैं चाहता हूं राहुल गांधी क्लैरिफिकेशन दे.
Ashwini ji, I want to ask you, nobody has a problem with anybody's vacations, but Ashwini ji, you're talking about location. Your worry is not that he is not available to try and get all the MPs together to do the last minute coordination, campaigning to get more people onto your side to get a victory for your vice presidential candidate. You're worried about why is BJP tweeting his picture? Really?
No, Navika ji. I told don't worry about that. That is all happening in place. We are in the times when a lot of communication can happen over the phone calls, over the internet, over the video calls, and that is all being taken care. You don't have to worry about that, and we are going to be victorious tomorrow. So let's not worry about that. I just want to ask Shehzad ji, if he is really, Modi is really worried about his mother, why he is going to do Pindadan again, which is against the Hindus rituals. He is going to, and Modi ji is in late mode. He's not in work mode. He is in late work mode. He is always late to the promises. You want me to list the promises which he promised on the timeline.
WhatsApp पे वैनिश मोड होता है. आपका नेता वैनिश मोड है. आपका नेता 24 आवर्स नहीं, 90 days वैनिश मोड.
I will provide 2 crores job. I will reduce the diesel petrol price. Where are those promises?
अरे तो आपका नेता मलेशिया में सवाल पूछ रहा है क्या? एलओपी is asking these questions in Malaysia.
Ashwini ji, calm down.
But 1 second, नाविका, वैनिश मोड व्हाट्सएप पे तो मैंने वैनिश मोड देखा था. पहली बार एलओपी वैनिश मोड में है. 90 days वैनिश मोड.
Well, let me get in Professor Anwar Pasha. Anwar Pasha ji, as I said, I have no problem with anybody's holidays. It's not my business. It's really his own private business if he's on a
he affords 62 trips a year.
That I don't know. He has to. You have the income tax department under you. You ask those questions. So why are you asking me? I don't have the money. Otherwise, I would have taken. I neither have the money to do 62 trips. Neither do I have so much leave to do 62 days out of the country or out of my studio. But Anwar Pasha ji, my question is, does this not give an impression that there is a serious election for the vice presidential post tomorrow? All alliance partners are getting together, strategizing, trying to get parties on one side. The BJD has said it will abstain. The BRS has said it will abstain. Jagan Reddy's party, YSRCP, is saying they will go and vote with the ruling party. Shouldn't all political parties in the opposition have tried harder to win some of these parties on their side? Or, as Ashwini Kumar Mishra ji says, this can be done on the phone, internet is working.
Navika ji, good evening. This is the fact that this topic of Rahul Gandhi is going to Malaysia. I don't consider it very, I think, worthy enough to be debated over a national channel. But this becomes very important for you because this is based on the tweet of
Just a small correction, we are debating the vice presidential elections, sir.
what should be. Then you are debating both. You are mixing both with each other. And since there is an order from Amit Malviya, from IT cell of BJP, to debate over this issue, so you are debating it. No issue. You debate it. No problem. I have no problem about it. As far as the election is concerned, election of the vice president is concerned, I think why BJP is so uncomfortable? Despite having a comfortable number in both the houses of parliament, why BJP is so uncomfortable? So this tells the story. They are not comfortable. They are going to face a challenge within BJP and within the NDA partners. That's why 2 dinners have been cancelled. One by the president of BJP, Mr. Nadda, and one by the Prime Minister. 2 dinners parties have been cancelled. It says many things.
May I just correct you? May I just correct you? The official announcement was because of floods, these 2 dinner engagements have been cancelled. However, the meetings went on all day. Professor Anwar Pasha and Mr. Kharge also cancelled his dinner. But Anwar Pasha ji, either you are not well informed or you are also working on internet and the Wi-Fi is coming and going and you don't have the entire information. But Deepak Reddy ji, is this really only about the vacation or is this about the seriousness of the constitutional duties that must be looked at when people hold constitutional positions?
Very good evening, Navika ji. Before coming to Mr. Gandhi, I would like to compare 2 scenarios without naming anybody. And the people of India are pretty clear in their minds. One is a namdar, other one is a kamdar. One travels for recreation, other travels for work and for the country. For one, politics is hereditary, for the other, it's service. For one, he says Janata Janardan, for the other, it is Janata is Chela. And for the people of India, one gives entertainment and the other gives leadership and inspiration. So I don't want to name anybody. I think it's very clear in people's mind. The other day, a couple of days ago, when Lokesh ji came back from Delhi after meeting the Prime Minister, I had a talk with him one-to-one in person. He was telling me that, we youngsters should learn a lot from the Prime Minister and our Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. At that age, the way they work, even youngsters like us, we cannot probably catch up with their energy levels. And we should draw inspiration from them. This is exactly what Lokesh ji said. No matter how much we feel things are difficult in our day-to-day life, we should look at them and then push forward. This is what he was telling me, which was really inspiration. And a few incidents on how the Prime Minister works, he was telling me one-to-one. As far as the elections are concerned, the vice presidential elections, which was the primary topic, it's absolutely clear that there is no issue and there's going to be a cakewalk tomorrow. But still, the India ecosystem has developed a habit to lose, and once every few months they need one defeat to probably make themselves feel that they're still in politics and they're still not dead. It's like a reality check for them. So, I need to appreciate some of the members of the India ecosystem, no matter how many defeats. I think they've crossed a century by now, but they're still, around just to make themselves feel that, yeah, we are not yet dead. One last thing. It's absolutely clear that Rahul Gandhi's passion, true passion, is traveling. He's a free-spirited person. But, certain times you're a victim of your own circumstances, and he's probably pushed into a certain corner where he has to come back and do some duties, whether he likes it or not. The number of trips he's taken, Shahjaz has just told. That's where his true passion is. He's not a serious politician. But yes, that is his trait. But the people of India, I think it's absolutely clear that, we can't rely on somebody who's a part-time politician and whose true passions lie in traveling and not in the service of the nation. These are my opening comments.
Well, let me...
You should name Rahul's vlog as Rahul Round the World. Rahul Round the World बहुत अच्छा चलेगा YouTube पे, एकदम million views आएगा. Rahul one day in Malaysia, then in Bangkok, then in Vietnam.
You are in a free country and section 19(1) allows you to tweet this and give your suggestions to Rahul Gandhi.
I
But
will,
Vivek Srivastava, I have a problem. Ashwini ji, hold on. Because I take objection to one statement that you just made. And Vivek Srivastava, I want to pick up what Ashwini said. He says, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was even late for the ceremonies of his mother. Now that to me is just so below the belt, so abominable a statement to make that I think anybody who's a human being and makes such statements, whether in politics or outside, should be ashamed of themselves having to make such a statement to make a political point, to win a political argument. I think, Ashwini ji, you owe this country and its culture an apology by making such a statement. And I want to ask you, Vivek Srivastava, really, have we come to this now when we want to defend Rahul Gandhi's absence on the eve? Nobody cares where he is holidaying, where he is vacationing. Really, nobody in India cares about that. The only reason it has come into the spotlight is because there is the vice presidential election tomorrow. And Rahul Gandhi, as usual, is absent. So there will be conversation on it. Vivek Srivastava, really, is this not just a serious politician, but a serious leader of opposition?
See, first of all, I think कल हम जीत रहे हैं India Alliance वाले, जो मर्जी का शहजाद पुना वाला. So tomorrow we are going to win. We have our own strategies. We are also working hard. So it's not that it's a give up kind of a way, the way you are presenting it on your debate. Number one. और ये जो तेलुगु देशम पार्टी है, ये मोदी दास पार्टी बन चुकी है, MDP, because now the Telugu pride doesn't matter to them anymore. All that matters is पैसा कहाँ से आ रहा है, प्राइम मिनिस्टर क्या दे रहे हैं, कितना किसका बन रहा है. The pride has gone over. Now coming to the trips, 92 visits to 78 countries, all for enjoyment this prime minister has made. There was no benefit. We saw it in Operation Sindoor. Nobody stood for you. Nobody likes you. None of the neighbors is with you. अब वहां से थप्पड़ खा के पहुंचे हमारे देश को की जो विदेश नीति है, उसके बाद now you are going to China. अब वहां जाने के बाद पता लगा ट्रंप साहब कह रहे हैं थोड़ा टैरिफ कम कर देता हूं, वापस आ जाओ. So all this is going on. So let us not talk of trips. There was this book, Around the World in 80 Days. I think instead of tweeting this, Shehzad should tweet around the world in 92 countries, 78 countries, around the world in 92 times. कुछ ऐसा ट्वीट करो भाई, ये नेशनल फेलियर हुआ है. करोड़ों रुपए गए हैं प्राइम मिनिस्टर के विजिट्स में, उस पर ध्यान दो. लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन है, लेकिन प्रेसिडेंट तो कांग्रेस पार्टी का मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे हैं.
72 days.
मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे हैं प्रेसिडेंट, आप भूल जाते हैं.
72 दिन में पूरी दुनिया घूम.
कुछ भी नहीं है. राहुल गांधी लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन
राहुल गांधी ने 72 दिन में ही कवर कर दिया.
पहले राहुल गांधी लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन भी नहीं थे, है ना, अपनी पार्टी के प्रेसिडेंट भी नहीं है, लेकिन डर इतना लगता है राहुल गांधी से. राहुल गांधी के
राहुल
राहुल गांधी पे डिबेट करो, राहुल गांधी की बुराई करो, राहुल गांधी के नेगेटिव राहुल गांधी आ गया. अच्छा, राहुल गांधी की यात्रा राहुल सपना देखो तो राहुल
ब्लड प्रेशर की दवाई सस्ती हो चुकी है आराम से.
इतना
अच्छा, कैन आई गेट वन लाइन? कैन आई गेट वन लाइन? एक लाइन बोल सकता हूँ, एक लाइन, केवल एक. वन
राहुल को भूल जाइए.
नहीं भूल गया, दुनिया भूल गई. 90 इलेक्शन हराने के बाद दुनिया नहीं भूल गई, आपने. वन लाइन. व्हाट डिड
कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, वो अभी लड़ रहा है.
अच्छा विवेक जी, ओवर एक्टिंग मत कीजिए. अब एक लाइन सुन लीजिए.
जिस दिन मोदी हारे, झोला उठा के चल पड़ेंगे.
ओके, नाउ वन लाइन, बिकॉज आनंद हैज टू स्पीक. व्हाट डिड मिस्टर लेट
नहीं,
वन सेकंड, नाविका, वन सेकंड, वन लाइन.
नहीं, तो आपका झोला तो नहीं लेकर जाएंगे ना. व्हाट इज दिस स्टेटमेंट? आप अपने झोले की चिंता करिए, वो चले जाएंगे. अपना झोला उठा के तो आपको क्या दर्द है, और किस तरह से आप बोल रहे हैं. And I take serious objection. Please look at the tweet that has been put out by the IT head of the Congress party, who is now in competition with Amit Malviya of the BJP. She says, पूरे सम्मान के साथ हिंदू धर्म में पितरों का पिंडदान एक बार होता है. जब छोटे भाई ने माताजी पिताजी का 7 मई 2023 को कर दिया, तो मोदी जी कौन सा पिंडदान गया में करने को जा रहे हैं? I want to ask you, Anand Ranganathan, is that's personal, religious, or whatever family obligations are there? Is the Congress party going to comment on that and then abuse the BJP on why they are talking about Rahul Gandhi's vacation? Really?
Good evening, Navika. On a very sad note, I have to say this, even though I really wish good evening to my fellow panelists. The kind of language and downright abuse I have heard in the last 20-25 minutes is just appalling. And I consider these people as genuinely my friends. I mean, you have Ashwini ji, who's used such language, even apology will not be enough. I mean, what is he saying? That the Prime Minister was late even for his mother's, last rites? Is that, Ashwini ji, is that the language you would use for scoring political points? And what about Vivek? Thappad kha ke bahar se aaye. Vivek, ye kaun si gundagardi ki language hai yaar? I don't expect this from you, please. But anyway,
foreign policy पे बोला था, प्रधानमंत्री पे नहीं बोला मैंने.
थप्पड़ खा के आए का क्या मतलब है भाई?
कहाँ से थप्पड़ खाया बताओ?
कहाँ से थप्पड़ खाया?
आपकी फॉरेन पॉलिसी थप्पड़ खा के आई है. आप फेल हैं. पूरे विश्व में एक दोस्त नहीं है, कोई खड़ा नहीं आपके साथ. आप पहुंचे हो चीन हाथ जोड़े हुए, और पहले मुझे चाइनीज एजेंट कहते थे यही लोग, किसी बीजेपी के लोग. तो क्या करें, ताली बजाएं?
आप आज भी है.
किसी नेबर के साथ आपकी बनती नहीं है.
आज भी बोल
किसी नेबर के साथ.
पर हम आज भी बोल रहे हैं.
अभी लड्डू होगा.
अरे आप आज भी
बोल रहे होगा. लड्डू लटकाया जाएगा.
अरे लड्डू
पड़ेंगे अमेरिका की तरफ से.
यू आर अ चाइनीज.
अरे भाई, हिंदी चीनी भाई बोलो अब.
Vivek Srivastava, honestly, work hard, take a deep breath, work hard for 3 minutes to try and come up with some sensible arguments. Till then, I'm lowering your fader, Anand Ranganathan.
He needs to go on a vacation. Or talking of nations, किसी नेबर से नहीं बनती. विवेक के नेशन की किस नेबर से बनती है? ताइवान से लड़ाई कर रखी है, जापान से लड़ाई कर रखी है, हर नेशन से चाइना ने लड़ाई करी हुई है. खुद अपने गिरेबान में झांक के देखो जनाब. Now, Navika, please, it's been like half an hour. Just give me a minute, because I want to say something that's important. And it cuts across party lines, but it is focusing on the person that Rahul Gandhi is. It is not his body that needs vacation. It is his brain. I certainly do not mind Rahul Gandhi going on any vacation. Is by the way, when Rahul Gandhi vacations, he comes to India, doesn't go away from India. So he's not vacationing formally. When he would be in India, he would be vacationing. But the point I'm trying to make is that let us not go for optics. What do I mean by that? For example, you've seen a lot of netas right now in flood-affected areas, or when they are saying they work for farmers. Rahul Gandhi अपना वो कनस्तर उठा के चल पड़ते हैं. He's driving a tractor, he's plowing a field, giving the optics that he's on the ground, not vacationing, working for farmers. I'm sorry. For politicians to work for a particular community or for citizens, you got to implement the policies that you promised. You do not improve the fate of the farmers by driving their tractor in flood-affected areas. You do that by implementing what you promised, and what you promised were point number 11, 19 and 23 in 2019 Congress election manifesto, that you would bring in those 3 farm laws, do away with APMC, do away with Essential Commodity Act's emergency provision, and implement the contract farming. But the moment Modi brought them to improve the fate of the farmers, you took a U-turn. So I don't mind. You can be for 365 days outside India. I don't give a damn. But when you say something, you promise something, and you don't implement it, that is when you renege. And that is what is criminal. Give you another example. For example, right now, you have these flood-affected areas, politicians doing knee-deep in water, saying the optics is brilliant, saying that, look, they are on the ground, they're not vacationing. But the fact of the matter is, had they implemented, was to be implemented properly.
No, but they're not
had
on the ground.
Been implemented,
they are not on the ground, Anand Ranganathan. Please, they are on the back of those who are the victims of the floods. They are on their backs. Unke kandhe pe chad ke baithe hue. Ashwini Kumar, is this your sensitivity and flood relief that you are doing as Tariq Anwar is doing? Number one. Number two, I also want to show you what Khadge ji said. Yahan aake don't do PR, don't do publicity. Go and ask Modi Shah. If everything has to be asked of Modi Shah, then why are you running a government in Karnataka, my friend? And what is this democracy? What is this constitution that you carry in your pocket when you don't follow a single word, a single letter of it?
Navika ji, first of all, let me respond to all the things has been said about Rahul Gandhi's foreign trips and Modi ji foreign trips. Let's take an example of Modi ji's recent foreign trips to, say, UAE, Saudi Arabia and China. I mean, Saudi Arabia and China. He booked a hotel for 15 crores.
Please apologize.
First apologize
I think
for
you
what
did not
you said
heard
about
what
the
I
Prime
said,
Minister's
Anand ji.
mother.
I did not say anything. I did not say anything wrong.
Ashwini ji, you have
What do you
paid me
mean?
today.
You did not say
I
anything.
said Modi ji is going to do a Pindadan again. I said Modi ji is going to do a Pindadan again because in Hindu rites Pindadan is done only once. So eventually he is late for the Pindadan.
Is that your
because
business?
it is done by his brother.
Is that your
That's what I
business?
said.
आप हिंदुओं के ठेकेदार बन गए हैं. Professor Anwar Pasha, is this the language that you actually endorse coming from the Congress party?
Follow the Hindu rituals. He is able to politicize his mother's Pindadan. Shame on that politics that he is able to politicize his mother's Pindadan. He wants to politicize
First, I would like to react on the issue of this flood in Punjab and Himachal Pradesh. We all know that this flood situation in Punjab and Himachal Pradesh is very worst situation there. And people are suffering for almost 10-12 days. Why our Prime Minister didn't visit these two states? Why he is planning to go tomorrow only? Why he was doing it? If he is so hard working and if he gives so much time for the nation, why he was sleeping? Why he didn't take note of he didn't take notice of that flood? The worst flood situation in both states. So don't say that he is really concerned about the flood in Punjab and he's doing politics. The BJP is doing politics. They have all the resources in the center. And this is the duty of the central government to provide relief to the people of these two affected states. Why he didn't visit it first? And you are expecting from
Shehzad Poonawala, please respond.
Navika, I have explained once also, but I'll explain again that when the floods takes place, ma'am, may I continue because I did not interrupt Pasha ji. Pasha ji has a very bad habit. He speaks and
Pasha ji, now you have raised a question. Shehzad Poonawala is answering. Only fair that you please listen to the answer. Shehzad, all other favors traders down.
Look, Navika, first of all, it is very clear that when the tragedy strikes, at that time for a VVIP person to go there will only hamper the evacuation and the rescue relief work. And therefore, it is the job of the executive authority to ensure that the agencies reach on time, the entire equipment, the armed forces, their equipment, etc. is made available, and then to go on the down to do the assessment and then come up with a solution for the entire place. That is what the Prime Minister is doing. But I am saying that when Kharge ji has got a farmer who has come in front of him and he has a state government, what is Kharge ji telling the farmer? You are coming here to do PR. By the way, 40 acres land Kharge ji के पास आया कहां से कलबुर्गी में? उसका कोई जवाब नहीं. Secondly, विवेक जी, राहुल गांधी की वंदना आप करते हैं. राहुल गांधी को अमूल बेबी पता है किसने बोला था ना? It was Mr. Achyutanandan. Now you disagree with Achyutanandan ji, you tell me. Thirdly, Supriya Srinath and Ashwini Mishra will tell us about the Hindu traditions, those who talk about Sanatan Samap. By the way, Gaya is considered to have great spiritual significance where you go and you do the pindan, not the pindan you're thinking of, but the pindan of your ancestors, you go and do it. So this is being confused with another pindan. But having said that, I am asking Mr. Ashwini ji that now Rahul Gandhi shouted at his own mother. That is the reason why you abuse other people's mother, you don't apologize. And this same Ashwini said that no, this person who abused is from the BJP. Now his entire lies have been exposed. Now I ask you, Mr. Ashwini ji, please tell us, did Rahul Gandhi shout at Sonia Gandhi? आप अपनी माँ का सम्मान करते हैं? बीडी बोलते हैं बिहार के लोगों को.
Can you ask Modi ji, did he not set 50 crore ki girlfriend?
Well, Ashwini ji, there is no time and space for bringing up arguments of your and to begin to now talk about pindans and your knowledge on pindan. Well, it's everybody's private decision to do what they want to do about their family and its rituals. However, what are people of India saying? Animate Sinha, nobody cares about what Rahul Gandhi does anyway. It's not denting anything because frankly, the country doesn't even notice whether he's present or absent. This is people of India saying. Rajkumar SG says, his rallies dent his serious politician image than his vacation. Even his rallies have a problem. This is what people are saying. Milind Pusalkar says, image would be dented only if there is any. Kinnatta Kurra Ramakrishnan says, His vote chori yatra was also a vacation. Sumanshu Roy Chaudhary says the issue is that he causes turmoil in the nation after every foreign trip. Srinivas Rao says all government ministers also go for vacations. Well, yes they do. We must check on the frequencies if that's an argument. But we also did a poll and we asked, vacations denting leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi's image as a serious politician? Yes, say 75% of the people. No, say 20%. Can't say 5%. 75% of the people believe that it does dent his image a bit. Does it make any difference to the Congress party or Mr. Rahul Gandhi? Well, I don't think so. It's just a survey giving the people's opinion. However, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to ask one question. Nobody has the right to interfere in anybody's personal affairs. If Mr. Rahul Gandhi wants to vacation, so be it. If Mr. Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister of India, but as a son wants to do a Pindan in Gayaji, absolutely his choice. Nobody is getting into anybody's personal space, whatever the political fireworks on this are. But the one question that this country is asking is, tomorrow is an election of the Vice President of India, the man who will then be the chairman of the Rajya Sabha and will run the Rajya Sabha, the upper house, for 5 years. The opposition has put their hat in the ring to try and challenge the candidate of the ruling party, the ruling coalition. If they took this seriously, they should have had a strategy and they should have planned and fought till the end. The fact that Mr. Rahul Gandhi was not present at the all opposition parties meeting today just reinforces the point that the world has been saying, that he probably doesn't take his parliamentary or his statutory duties too seriously. And he, of course, hasn't been to the flood-affected areas at all. Whether it is alliance partner Omar Abdullah state of Jammu and Kashmir, whether it is Himachal Pradesh, a state ruled by the Congress party, or Punjab, where they are the main opposition party, or Uttarakhand, where also they are the main opposition party. The question is, where are you, Mr. Rahul Gandhi? What about the duties? The rights are fine. The duties, do they matter? That's the question. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 1. On